Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. And recently I made a plan to build a video series on how to build your bot. And in this video, we will specifically talk about building the chat screen or the messaging UI in which a user will send some text to the bot. So currently, this application looks like this, and if you type in hi, it just echoes back the hi. So if you go to press the send button, you will see that you have sent the hi and you received the hi from the application itself. Now this application is entirely static, it does not connect to the Watson's API or Watson's Conversations API services, so it does not contain any network calls or something like that. So in this video, in this tutorial, what we are going to build is a simple basic chat screen in which you will be having three major components. First one is building the bubbles for the bot and for the user itself, building an edit text that looks cool, and the third one is making the recycler view and its adapter. So let's go to the Android Studio, and I have built the Android Studios an empty project, and then I just into the drawings folder I just constructed two bot bubbles. One is bot bubble and two me bubble. So how did I created this? I just created a drawable, created the new, and choose the drawable source file, named it me bubble and bot bubble. And so if I go into the me bubble, if I go to the bot bubble, it's empty now. So let's create the shape, and if you see in bot bubble, you can see that it does not have any corner radius for the bottom left corner. So after apart from that corner, we will just supply corner radius to each and every corner. So just choose corners, and in this corner, bottom bottom right radius to be 25 dp, and top left radius to be 25 dp, top right radius to be 25 dp. Now this is all that we need to do with the bot bubble, and gradient to be gradient, and supply the start color and end color to be same so that it looks symmetrical for the both ends. And let's choose it to be SFFF, and end color to be hash FFF. So it's done. Now you can see that it looks kind of cool. It's going to look similar to the what we want to achieve in here. It does have the bottom right radius, top left and top right radius, but does not have any corner radius to the bottom left corner. So this is all. And similarly, we have done the same thing to the me bubble, and just in this me bubble, we just instead of bottom right, we just have in this we just do not have the bottom right left radius, but yeah, correct. We do not have any bottom corner radius for the bottom right corner, but we have the radius for the bottom left radius, bottom left corner. So so this is all that we need to build for the bubble. And now let's go to the layout and just create two same layouts with different names. One is for me bubble, and another one is for command V, another one for bot. And what it will contain is just one text view. So let's go to relative layout. Let's select the relative layout and just construct one simple text view that this wrap contents, and its ID will be text message, and that's all. And instead of height to be match parent, just wrap content, choose margin to be 8 dp, and padding to be 4 dp. We can configure these padding once we are not, if we are not satisfied with the padding type, we can just change it afterwards, and choose text size to be 20 sp. And I do not want these default fonts for the Android. Selected by the Android, I will just go and choose the text view, and font family to be Montserrat, because I prefer the red font and it looks cool. Montserrat, Montserrat, Montserrat. The Montserrat is the preferred text font type, and let's see that how it looks. Hi, hello world. So this looks kind of cool, and let's supply the background to be this is me bubble, so supply the me bubble. That's why I kept the name same, so that we can just think about it in this similar fashion, and align parents end to be true, because whenever user sends a text message, it goes to the user side, that means the right side. and whenever a message arrives, it comes from the left side. So normal tradition follows. So you can, yeah, you will see that there's no visible difference in here. So if I just change the background to be hash ff something in the cool, you can see that the bubble looks cool, but the padding is not fine. So let's increase the padding to be a little bit more. I don't think the padding is kind of nice here. Still not nice. Let's see. 12 looks cool, and it looks kind of separated from the edges of the view. So let's remove this background and copy this complete UI to the me bubble and paste to the bot bubble. Command clear and paste it in here. I just want align parent start to be true, and if you do not apply align parent start, it will automatically, it will by default be aligned to the start, will be aligned to the start. So this is what we have constructed till now. So our UI is ready, and now if you go to the main activity, it creates the activity main, and let's replace it with the recycler view. Oh, sorry, not the recycler view, relative layout. And what do you want here? We want an edit text. Sorry, edit text, width to be match parent and height to be wrap content, and align parent bottom to be true. So now you can see that our edit text aligns with the bottom, so that's why I made it to the bottom. So font family to be Montserrat, and we need to construct a background for this edit text. So create a new double source file and bg edit text edit underscore text, sorry, text, and let's go to and let's build a shape. Okay, now let's build the corners and radius to be, if you don't want to supply the radius for each and every corner, and you want the corner radius to be same for the all sides, you just can choose the radius, and it's to be 2 dp and 3 dp, and gradient color to be gradient, and start color. Look, first and foremost, let's copy the colors, because I do not exactly remember the color codes that I have used in here. So just copy the color codes here, and just if you wish to see the color codes, you can just pause the video in here, and you can grab the color codes from here, and you can always go to the GitHub and pull out the color code from there. And now this is the color for us, and let's go to activity and start color to be let's color to be, no, we cannot use the colors tag here, so we need to copy the colors from colors tab, and I want it to be a bit of, no, I want it to be a transparent color, so I will just press in hash ff723. So let's choose it and choose the whitish grayish glassy color, and choose the same end color, so that now it looks cool. And if you go to the activity main, and one more thing, we need to create the blue background, because you can see that there's a bluish background. So I go to the travel, new Kotlin bg gradient. Now we have the bg gradient, and let's shape it, and shape it to the requirements, and let's make it to the gradient, and start color to be I don't think that we can use the colors in here, so let's just confirm it with the BG gradient, and yes, we can use the colors. So just I will just copy this code from here and just paste it, because it will save our time. And you can see that I have chose the primary color to be start color to be the primary dark, and the end color to be color primary, and angle to be 90 degrees. So it will follow from the, and it will fall from the top, and to the, it will be having the bottom color to be start color. So that's kind of cool. And let's go to the activity main, and relative layout, and just replace the constant with the relative layout too, and we're good to go. Now I don't know why the UI is not been updated, because I don't think that we have removed the style. Yeah, remove the dark action bar to be no action bar from the styles values and the styles, and go to the values styles, and remove the dark action bar with the no action bar. So if you go to the activity main, and now you will not see that any kind of toolbar or action bar. So background to be beach edit text. No, text size to be 20 sp, margin to be 8 dp, padding to be 8 dp, and text style, no, font. Okay, font family we have already specified the font family. Background to be, I have supplied the background too, and just choose this background in here, and choose the BG gradient background that we just copy pasted in here, and you can see that and supply an elevation to it. Elevation of 3 dB is fine enough, I think. Margin, we have provided the margin, we have provided the text size. Now let's confirm the text size of 24 sp, so it looks little big. Okay, and let's apply the hint. So I will ask the bot, and text color to be, it's white color, wooden color, and text hint color to be white. So now everything is white, and if you run this code, and you will see that if I run this code, go to the Motorola, not the Motorola, just consider the using the emulator in here so that I can show you. Okay, hash in here. I just forgot to supply the hash of the pound, as Europeans tend to use. If you are getting some background noises, just kindly forgive me for this, because my owner is trying to fix something up in the floors. And in India today we have the Republic Day, and happy Republic Day to all. So if you go in here, you can see that our UI is built like, and you can type in hi, hello, I am alive in here, alive in here, but it does nothing till now. And on pressing enter, it just pops up the view. So let's go to the main activity, and hook the no go to the activity main, and add a recycler view to the view. And let's recycler view, no, recycler view is not available because we have not imported the gradle dependency. So just to recycler view and drag it to the view. So it will ask you that should I add the library now. You just have to press OK, and it will add the required library for you. And one more thing, just if you go to the drawables, onto the layout, you will see that part bubble and me bubble, we should provide elevation so it looks elevated, and it should be like 4 dp is fine, I think. Okay, no, 3 dp is fine enough. 3 dp is fine enough. I can go to the me bubble similarly, and provide an elevation to it, and just add in 3 dp. dp stands for display density independent pixels, I suppose. Yeah, that's correct, density independent pixels. Now let's go to the preview pan. You can see that our recycler view is somehow here. Just remove it, I don't want to clutter the U, and I just want to make it to the width to be match parent, height to be match parent. Oh, it's not a ready layout, sorry. It's recycler view, width to be match parent, height to be wrap content. And if I just remove it and apply a slash in here, I will not need that ambiguous closing tag. So we have to be match parent, layout above, ID would be ID, just the ID, okay, ID is not edit text, user input, ID is user input, it should be user input, so it's above the user input, so that's cool. And ID to be conversation. No, that's all we need to do with this UI. And let's go to the business logic and just create some Java code, and just edit text EditText to be user in input, and EditText no EditText not EditText recycler view, and just hook these UI counterparts to their UI element into the XML, and just you need to use the find UID r.id dot user, not user, it should be user input. Now it is not finding the user input, so let's go to the activity bin again and see what's wrong with it. Okay, it's the correct. So just clean the project and you might be able to get build and clean the project, and you might be able to get this thing up. Until then I will just hook the recycler to the UI .id dot conversation, not the conversation. Now all done. So this is all done. Now we need to do two things. First one is we need to make a model class or the project class. Just create a response message class, and if you go to that and just create two variables in the string. For this dummy application we just need the string text message and a boolean variable that tells whether it's bot or the user. So press Command N or Alt Insert into the Windows and Command N for the Macintosh, and create getters and setters, and OK, and create one constructor, Command N, because I will be using the constructor to create the message object. Constructor with two variables. It's done. Okay, it's cool. We are done with it. Now let's go to the Java, create a new Java class, and it will be message adapter. It extends recycler view dot adapter, and this adapter extend needs a custom view holder that extends recycler view dot view holder. So it will be custom view holder. So if you know here command and just override methods, and we need to override unbind view holder, get item view type, get item count. I don't need this payload, I just need the unbind view holder, on create view holder. Yeah, that's all I need for now. And I need to make a constructor for this adapter, and I will use the list of response message list, alt insert, and list, not the list. I will not use the context because I'm not going to use any context in here, and I will make a class in the class on the top of this class custom. Just copy the name from here so that we do not make any typos in here. Extend recycler view dot view folder. Cool. Command N constructor matching super. Now what we have in our UI, we just have only text view, and just hook this text view with the text view is equals to find item view dot find view by ID, and r dot id dot text message. As we have constructed the same layout with same everything, but just different different positioning of the layout for the text view, and different corner radiuses obviously, but we have supplied the same ID to them, so we do not need to differentiate the IDs in here, and just pass the list of response messages from the main activity, and is equals to response message list, and from the item we count, instead of returning 0, return the response message list dot size, the size, and returning this here. Let's if recycler list message list dot get position dot is me. That means if I am the one who is sending the text, we just need to return r dot layout dot me bubble, else return r dot layout dot bot bubble. So technically, there are developers in the community that tend to do it differently, but I tend to choose this way. Some of the guys like try to make a integer view type and something like this, and they pass on the layout to be here and they return the view type instead of returning the variable. You should always return the layout itself, because layout itself is an integer type. And when we go into the create view holder, on create view holder, you can see here that we get a view type in here. So instead of returning layout inflator dot from context, yes, we need the context. So parent dot get context dot inflate the view type, just a minute, view type comma, there are multiple options. So we're going to be parent and I don't want to attach to the root, so this is all we need to do. So this saves our time, and return new as the return time is of type custom view holder, and we can just remove this from here and it will fine enough. Yeah, so now our layout is ready to go, and if I will be sending any messages, and if it is me, it will pass this r.layout me.bubble into the create view holder, and the create view holder will inflate this layout specifically to the text that I have sent it. I have sent, and if it is bot, it will automatically will inflate the bot bubble and will bind the view. So in bind view holder, what we need to do is, it's simple. Just holder dot text view dot set text and recycler response message list dot get with from the position dot get message. That's all we need to do. So our work in here is done, I think, and we can just give it a run once we are here. So there is one more thing that we need to do, is we need to provide an IEM action ID. So if I go in IEM action ID and I will supply 4. 4 belongs to an IEM action send. Okay, so if I go to the main activity and user input dot, okay, on editor action new on new, okay, I have like kind of no, I just need to know whether I typed in correct or not. Set on editor action listeners. So input dot set on editor action listener new on editor new. Now if action ID equals to editor info dot IEM action send, if you go into IEM action send returns 4. So I have supplied the 4 action ID to the text and it will be same. So if it is send, that means our keyboard is having a little send button. So just go to the main and like specify the IEM action option, IEM IME option to be action send. Now your keyboard will be having an arrow to send. So if it is the case, what we need to do is return true from here. If action ID equals to send, what I need to do is, first of all, we need to create the list of message adapter, not the message adapter, list of response messages, and alt enter response messages list. list and create the object for the adapter itself. So message adapter, message adapter. So now if you go in here and just type in response message list is equals to new response message, new array list, sorry, new array list, and message adapter to be equals to new message adapter, and pass the response message list. So and recycler view dot set layout manager to be new layout manager, sorry, layout manager, okay, new linear layout manager. This will be a context, orientation to be vertical, and reverse layout equals to false. We don't want it to be in the reverse order. So that's done, it's cool. And recycler view dot set adapter to be set the message adapter to here, and that's good. If action id equals to info dot I action send, we just want to do one thing: response message response response message response message response message message equals to new response message to be user input dot get text dot to string, and I'm not making the null checks in here because it's for the later part of the it's for the later videos of the series, and I want it to make sure that I have sent it the max text. And recycler response add message, and similarly I will create I will just copy this about text and I will just paste it in here, and it will be message 2, that's all. And what I will do next is I will notify the data change. So message adapter dot notify data thread changed, and it will automatically repopulate this uh, it will automatically add these messages to the view. So but in here we need to specify that this is not the message that I have sent, this is a text that the bot has sent. So if I run this, let's see how it works, or it is not. It's all up to the mercy of the Lord. This is the old application. This is not, do not get confused with the application that we are creating and the application that I have created already. Yeah, this is the application that I have created. So if I type in, so you can see that there is no action sent, so iterations will not work. So I might have done something wrong, I suppose. Option action ID. Now I need to go to the and verify what I have done wrong in here. So layout, I don't think that I have done anything wrong. Action send, and it's all cool. Let's just copy this edit text and just paste it in here. And I don't think that there is a mistake. Ask me with this code, I suppose. Let's just run it again. I don't see any mistake in here. I just need a send button here. Yeah, now I'm getting the send button here. I suppose there was a mistake with some of the code in here. No, there was nothing changed. I suppose the number of lines are totally same. Just let it to be that, and I suppose that this was a glitch with the studio itself. So if I send hi, yep, it's working. Hello, how are you? Now we have done a mistake. Let's go to main activity or the adapter itself, and I think we have returned the let's go to part bubble. I suppose we have not yeah, we have to use the part bubble in here. Let's run it again and see, because you can see that this is the old application. Press hi. Now you can see that it's working correctly, and hi. How are you? Oh, you. How are you? This is kind of cool, I think. And just press the send. But still, there is a problem. The problem is our video does not takes you to the latest and the greatest messages. So let's go to the main activity and just let's create a method in here, and it will be public boolean is visible, and just get the linear layout manager, because we have supplied the linear layout manager to the recycler view, and recycler view dot get layout manager, and we need to cast it to the linear layout manager because it will be returning recycler view dot layout manager. So we have just typecasted it to the linear layout manager. Int position of last visible item to be equals to linear layout manager dot find last unit visible item position, and int item count recycler view dot get adapter dot get item count, and we need to return position visible greater than equals to item count. If we have reached to a position where our element is the last, yeah, and it's our last visible item position is greater than the adapter's item count, we just smoothly scroll to the if is visible, if not is visible, if not is visible, I think if not is visible, then we will just return, we will just response message list not the recycle dot smooth scroll to position of message adapter dot get item count -1. I think this will do the magic, and just run it and test it. Hi, hi, hi. It's scrolling. Yep, it scrolls itself. Hi. This is great. I think so. Listen, this is cool. So our application is our target for this goal for this application is complete, and our goal is achieved. That we needed to create chat bubbles for the bot and for user. It's done. We needed to make the recycler view. It's done with the adapter. And third task was to create this auto scrolling so that it smoothly scroll to the end position of the adapter. So this is also done. And if you have any questions regarding this video, you can always ask in the comments below, and give it a thumbs up if you like it, and share it with the other users so that they can reach a good resource of learning. And the second part of this video, this will be part one. This another part will include the instructions about how to make an IBM Bluemix account, and how to get the conversations API is keys, and client secrets and that stuff, and how to integrate this Watson's SDK to the Android application in this application that we have created till now. And we will add some data to the Watson's models and we will add some entities with the Watson's conversation toolkit, and that yeah that all will go into the next part of this video. And you can always stay tuned to the channel. And if you have any questions regarding this video and regarding anything else, you just can ask me anytime soon and anytime into the comment section below. I will attach the complete source of this video to the GitHub. I will upload this complete source to the GitHub, and I will add the link down below. And yeah, that's all. Thanks guys.